Well, hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Let's clutter out of the back. Hi. I have a few announcements. I know these energies are really intense. I'm going to talk about that. And I want to talk about the fact that you have too much beauty and magic within you for it to go unnoticed and keep living your life pretending to not know what your beauty and magic is. And that it's not something you source outside of you. It's not anything you need to chase. That it is something already within you. And it's more about unbecoming than anything else. And I have 3 different things I want to talk about, 3 announcements about how working with me can help you with these things. And for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Catherine, and I am a multi-passionate mentor, author, speaker, course creation maven, and a prolific content creator. I'm a conscious channel. I'm highly intuitive. And I've been doing this work and growing and expanding this work of multidimensional energetic transformation for over 20 years now. So I know a little bit of what I'm talking about. When I talk about the things that are really intense in our energy, in our field right now, and when I say that these energy portals that feel really intense and potent, they're not one-offs. We know that now. We've felt the acceleration of these very strong bouts of energy. We'll call them portals, gateways, whatever you want, but it just seems like an amalgam of many, many things that are, happening spiritually, happening physically, emotionally, mentally, socially, politically, religiously, structurally, that all kind of happen at once where we feel the intensity of it. These are not a one-off thing, and they're not going away. So I feel very, very passionate about those people who are my people, my community, my compatriots, those who are empaths, those who are highly sensitive people, those who are also mediums and channels and intuitives. We really feel it in the feels when these energy upheavals come about. And it doesn't matter whether we call it Lion's Gate, or we call it a Sirius Gateway, or we call it a planetary alignment, or we call it a supermoon. It doesn't. How it shows up, like the vehicle, the conveyance for it, matters very little. And I actually saw a post today that was arguing that we're not really in an alliance portal, and that's a lie. And I'm not even going to get into or be baited into talking about, labeling this energy, because that's an ego need to do that, even down to the day where it's happening or whatever. If we're feeling it, we're feeling it. End of story. So what I'd rather focus on is talking about how to address, the deep separation and rifts and growing gaps that we feel within us, where we feel at war with ourselves during these times, where the energy is so potent. And it's on such a massive, sweeping, accelerated wave of change that we can hardly keep up with all the energies, yeah? Myself included. So before I go into my 3 announcements, I want to tell you a little bit. Hey, Chloe. Hello, lovely lady. It's been really, really intense for me. And I've been trying to just kind of strip everything down, lay low, keep my eyes on the prize, keep my eyes on getting my Women Walking the Phoenixpath program started. That starts next week. That's one of my announcements. That starts on Tuesday the 16th. This is my signature coaching program, 10-week program. It's amazing. So that's one announcement. If you are really looking for a way to address these sweeping changes and look at the deep underlying core issues instead of just trying to one at a time it with these energy portals that feel intense, there's an undercurrent theme. There is, ripples of deep, deep currents of energy within you that are going to come up every single time. I don't care whether you call it a supermoon. I don't care if you call it a blood moon. I don't care if you call it a crazy planetary alignment or a bunch of retrogrades happening. I don't care if you call it a portal or a gateway. Doesn't matter. Those are just names that we give it to try to, do more than conceptualize these energies. We like to compartmentalize and categorize things, right? So it doesn't matter what it is. But these things are not, something that are an anomaly. They're not flukes. They're not going to go away. And as we move into greater change on this planet, I'll bet you dollars to donuts, they're not only going to get more frequent, but they're going to be more intense. So where you grapple with feeling the pain, feeling the intrusion of these energies, feeling the energy like you're going to blow up, like you're going to implode, is directly related to the resistance that you have to being in flow with these energies. Meaning, there is something within you that says, oh my God, I'm going to have to look at something I don't want to look at. Oh my God, I'm going to have to finally deal with something I've pretended to not know about myself. Oh my goddess. I'm trying to hold on and white knuckle everything in my life that I've known for dear life, because who am I without this stuff? And that stuff means even our emotional baggage that drags us down like an anchor. And where these things are showing up, they're signposts, they're cues, they are breadcrumbs for showing us exactly where we try to protect ourselves against the fullness of life. And, guess what? These energy shifts, these moments, and this resistance you feel to them, they're just going to keep coming. They're just going to keep coming. So where is it then that you're seeing right now, hey Kimberly, this resistance coming up, and you're seeing it as pain? Yes, but understand always, always, always and ever, and folks, ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this work for a long time, always and ever where there is pain, it is showing you where there is room for growth. It is showing you that there is something on the other side of this pain, and that is growth. Every time, and I will debate this and I will take this truth to my grave with me. Scouts honor, it's the truth. So if you feel real pain and resistance and blocks with this energy, you feel undone by the potency of these energies, I'm going to ask you, where is that showing you an inability to look ahead, to move forward, to create some movement and momentum from where you are at right now, starting today? There is relief on the other side of your pain. And what your pain is actually there to show you is that is true, that there is relief on the other side. There is freedom on the other side. There is liberation on the other side. There are gifts of knowing yourself better and loving yourself more on the other side. Every time. And so if we keep trying to one at a time it with these energies and talking about, oh, woe is me, and we get together in our Facebook groups and our Facebook page and we commiserate about how shitty this energy is, and we're just like, if I can just get through this portal, if I can just get through this portal, okay, you'll start realizing that this is thematic of your life at large, where you're just trying to get through this week, this day, this job, this marriage, this child-rearing experience, this challenge that you took on, this challenge that life is giving you that you didn't ask for. You'll see a theme and the undercurrent of you have tried to falsely build a life that protects you against life. Do you see how ass backwards that is? And yet we're all doing it to some degree, myself included. But I'm really, really good at calling myself out a lot. I'm also really good at calling my clients out, but I won't do that unless I'm willing to do that for myself. I don't ever offer anything, teach anything, share any wisdom that I haven't tried out hard and true for myself first, because I won't do that, because that's integrity. And so what I have learned in calling myself out that there's just more to fleece myself from. There's, you know, an idea about myself, a concept of myself, a misperception I have of myself, an assumption I have about myself, a misunderstanding I have of myself that needs to be stripped away, that I've been holding on to for God knows how long, probably a lot of them my whole life, you too, and that I'm done with that. I'm done with that because I want to feel life, and I don't want to feel life in a sense where I'm cherry picking it. You know, when we try to protect ourselves and create a guard against and a buffer against feeling the fullness of life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, we're not really in a place where we're cherry picking things. We cannot cherry pick. That part of self that tries to protect us, that is an agent of our protection, that is that inner guardian, it doesn't just say, you know, hey, you know, we'll protect you against the stuff that's bad and nasty, but we'll open up wide to receive all the yummy, juicy experiences of life. It doesn't work that way. There's no cherry picking. A closed heart is a closed heart. That's it, period, the end. The only way to experience the fullness of life is with an open heart, and that means that you know you're strong enough to have anything come in to your field of experience, into your orbit. And not only are you built to handle it, it's your life after all. How can you not be built to handle your own life? So not only are you powerful and strong enough and resilient and filled with fortitude enough to handle this, but not just handle it, not just cope and manage, because that's actually just more resistance, to be honest, but to use it as flow. It's like, I use this analogy, and it's something I was thinking about this morning, and my guides love to show me things. You know, where we're working with so many obstacles right now, all this stuff that's coming up, and we can see where we are hobbled in our growth because we won't let go of things. We couldn't let them go the first time. Events that were painful, that we experienced, we held on to them because we thought it created some meaning about us. We thought it summed up the whole idea of who we are. We were wrong. We continue to be wrong if we keep trying to hold on to it. But we hold on to it all the same, and we think that this somehow becomes a way of buffering us by holding on to this to another pain coming along that's just like this one. That if we remember and we keep this pain close, that it somehow acts as an agent of protection against anything that might feel like that again. This is an illusion. This is just as much of an illusion as you thinking that you're lesser than who you are. The painful moments that are coming up right now are representative of phantoms, impressions, memories of your past. They're echoes, in other words. And they're coming up now, quite frankly, because you're stronger now than you were before. And so the universe, in its love and its undying affection and support that it has for you, says, okay, you couldn't let this go, or you wouldn't let it go before, but you're stronger now. Your frequency has shifted. You've evolved. You're in a place now that you can face it. You can process it, integrate it, and then let it pass through you like it's nothing, which is what we should have done the first time. But hey, we couldn't. We wouldn't. We didn't want to. We felt it meant something about us. We felt it represented some sort of meaning that was something that just lives in our head and nowhere else. But now you realize these impressions, they're coming up because you're strong enough to deal with them now and then finally let them go. And if you don't surrender them now, I'll make you another promise. It doesn't get any easier later. It just doesn't. You get more and more attachment to it. So the analogy that I really love right now, excuse me, I'm going to close my door. The analogy that I love for this right now, when these obstacles come up, you can think of these impressions, echoes of your past coming up, the universe saying, hey, let's look at this now, let's deal with this now, let's surrender it and let it go forever. Let's remove it from your orbit, okay, and from your field of experience. Right now we've got a lot of floods going on. We've got floods going on in Europe. We have floods going on in the US, in the Northeast of the United States. And When we're being carried by a current that feels out of control, which I think is a good analogy for how a lot of us feel in these energy portals, right? Or especially what's going on right now, the intensity of emotional imprints and themes, and it can feel like we're riding a current that's out of control. So we'll try to grasp at anything. We'll try to grasp at anything that seems stable. And here's the thing about your pain, and I want you to listen closely to this one. The reason that you grasp on so tightly to your pain when you feel like you are in a current that is sweeping you somewhere in some nether place and is out of control, you will reach and grasp for your pain because you've equated it with something so strong, so stable, so secure that you think it'll keep you afloat. And the illusion that we play with is that it will, if I do that, it will keep me afloat. And it will for a little while. Until you realize you've built a whole life around this identity of this pain, and you think that that is the sum total of life, is to suffer, to struggle, to be in pain, and that there's nothing beyond it. That's how strong our pain is. And you think that it's stronger than you. It isn't. You've fleeced yourself of a certain amount of energy, attention, and focus, deciding on the fact that your pain is stronger than you. Nope. You made it something, this pain, by holding on to it. And now you get to make it nothing by surrendering it and letting it go. And there's no force outside of you that can do that. There's no one who hands you a permission slip to do it. You have to choose it. You have to decide that that's the way it is. And integrating this pain doesn't mean that once you process it, that you hold on to that. No, it means you let it go and let it leave your orbit forever. Let it go means fucking let it go. And so there are 3 ways to work with me where I'm helping you do this. And they are offered in different tiers. And I don't mean tears. I mean levels. The first is tomorrow. I'm doing a free purification and activation. I'm very excited about this. So at 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, you're going to remember and reignite your solar legacy as a creator being. You're going to remember who the fuck you are, how powerful you are. You're going to put power and passion back into your solar plexus chakra. You're going to use the fire element of this energy portal that we're in to boost your manifesting magnetism, because you're going to let some stuff go. You're going to purify and alchemize ancestral programming and conditioning and patterning of lack and limitation, whatever that looks like. And this is what we're going to do with our sound healing purification and activation tomorrow. And it's right here on this page at 3 p.m. Pacific time. The replay will be up here on this page, and it will also be on my YouTube channel. Okay? Second way, second level, is an investment level. The first one's free. That happens tomorrow. It's free. Until tomorrow night, which is August 8th at 8 p.m. Pacific time, you will have the ability to invest in Reemergence Program, which is a very, very deep dive wisdom share and sound healing that took place over 4 days, a couple weeks ago now. And it was a profound shift for the ladies in there. If you don't believe me, you can click on the link that I'll share with you and you can see for yourself. And so this is available regularly for, excuse me, $199, because I've added bonuses and extras to that. But until tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time, it is available for $88. After that, it goes back up to $199. This is an incredible way to work with the things that I'm talking about here. Letting it go. It is also, when you work in that, an invitation to see, hey, how much further can we take this? Which leads us to the third level and the third option of working with me, which is women walking the phoenix path. And so this is a great way to kind of dip your toe in the waters of what it is like to be in Women Walking the Phoenix Path program if you join Reemergence. But you don't have to. You are not obligated to. But it is a much larger investment. And that one is $997. But I think the payment plans start around $240. This is my signature coaching program. This is about a deeper look, like a highly microscopic lens looking at the moving parts of your life and seeing what is thematic throughout your life that is keeping you hobbled with the growth that you're asking to receive. This is a program I'm very, very proud of. This is a program that came out of my own pain, where I cocooned myself. This is almost 2 years ago now, where I had a complete spiritual rock bottom experience and was ready to just quit everything. Not quit life. I wasn't ready to unliven myself. But it was pretty hard and it was pretty nasty. And this program came about because of that pretty hard fall. And it is my gift in the garbage for myself, and now it is a gift to you to be in this program with me. It is intense. It is for women who are highly committed and dedicated for real and true lasting transformation. That means being willing to blow it all up if you have to. And some of the women who are in there did blow their lives up and were like, what now? So this is a wonderful answer to that. Some women who are like, everything I'm doing is just not working. Great. Then I'm your gal. Let me help you. Let me help you sift through the rubble. And after you blew everything up, or you do blow everything up, let's see what stays. Let's see what sticks around. Because that shows us everything about the foundation that we get to build next, the path we get to walk next. So I will also put that link in my talk here, if I can find where I am. I can't see. So those are my 3 announcements. And pick your poison, ladies. How do you want to work with me? Do all 3. You're more than welcome to. Some of you here have already enjoyed Reemergence. Some of you here are already in Women Walking the Phoenix Path. And so maybe you can vouch for me here and let the ladies know that this is no joke. Both of these things are hands down pretty intense and pretty wonderful. Let's see, I'm going to get the link. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for watching. And I hope to see you at 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. This is going to be a really exciting and it's going to be an opportunity to purge what feels like has really just come up to the top. You can't even deny it anymore. It's just right there. It's no longer in the liminal space. It's not at the subconscious or unconscious level. This is stuff that's coming up. It's like, wow, I can't not see this. It's here. So we're going to work with that stuff and maybe something a little bit deeper too. But either way, the women who come away from these sound healing activations with me feel very relieved, relaxed. It restores a sense of wholeness after we do these sound healing experiences. And I know you'll enjoy it. And then there's Reemergence, available only for $88 until tomorrow, August 8th at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And Phoenix Path starts on Tuesday, August 16th. And I can't wait to share it with you. So, thank you, Jante, for your kind words. I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.